Good morning, everyone. This is Lawrence making another video this morning. A beautiful spring morning. Temperatures are a little chilly side. A nice breeze, but it's going to warm up. And you can see out the window the breeze. The tree branches are moving to the Samosa tree. This video is a feature video on an artist and his early works that's been released on 180 gram vinyl. And I made this video before, but because I'm using the laptop, the camera on the laptop, I'm getting much better picture quality. So since I am showing album covers and the artwork and the graphic with the better quality video, I thought I'd do it again. And I have it in the background here. Growing up, I grew up in the 70s, and Elton John was the man. He was my anchor artist. I fell in love with his music. And although he had his classic years between 1970 and 75 and still produced great music after that, but that period was really special. And I'm for an artist I really like, I'm very, very extremely loyal. Even if they put out a couple of so-and-so or bad albums, I will always think, well, there's a better day. I don't stop following them. I continue on. So anyway, Elton John, Reginald Dwight, changed to Elton John, is a legendary musical artist. And I always thought when and still do today that when he came on the scene and got really big, I thought to myself, he came along at the perfect time, about the time the Beatles were breaking up or had broken up. Okay, so there was a void to be filled of the next British superstar who was extremely talented in songwriting, vocals, producing albums, and who would make it big. So Elton came along. To me at that time, and I still do today, he was like the solo version of the Beatles. He was amazing, and he even worked with John Lennon on some number of projects. And of course, we all know Elton covered his Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds, released as a single and #1 for 2 weeks, and John even played on it, the little ragged guitar part. And I love that version. Anyway, his catalog from the 1970 to 75 period has been reissued on 180 gram vinyl. And I'm in the process of buying it on 180 gram vinyl. As you can see up above, I brought Goodbye Yellow Brick Road that was on the Back to Black, outfit that reissues albums. And it sounded really good. But his I went to the other sources, his catalog's being released. So I want to show the other two I have. And what I noticed was not only was the sonically the vinyl, the music sounded great, the makeover, but the reissue, the album covers were fantastic, because some of these reissues, the music can be great, but they've don't pay the detailed attention to the album cover. Okay, so what I have here is 1971 classic, Madman Across the Water. Okay, and the autobiographical story of Elton and Bernie Taupin, lyricist Bernie Taupin, rise to fame in 1975 Captain Fantastic. Now, what I noticed was, and I got my old copies pulled out so I can compare. This is the reissue, and I'm going to make an adjustment on this light here because it's showing too much light. Okay, this is the reissue, and this is the original. Okay. Now, this copy here, the original, the colors are not quite as bright as here. Look at Elton's blue jacket here, and then right there. Okay, and the coloring, the contrast, everything is so much better than the original. Okay, now some people may not like the more bright colors, but I do. You know, I think it should stand out. Oh, right here, what we have is some hands coming out at Elton right there. They're kind of dull on the original, but here they're a lot cleaner, a lot brighter. So this is very clean. This is very bright, and of course, the gatefold with Elton and his band, and Elton and lyricist Bernie Taupin. There, that looks a lot cleaner, a lot better. Now for Madman Across the Water. Here's my two original. This one I brought back in the 70s when I was just starting to get into Elton John and picking up all his catalog. This is kind of darker than the reissue, and this is a later, like a super saving series that I brought later. This later in the early 80s, I think, especially Price. A lot of the record companies were taking their back catalogs and doing these special deals. So I was able to pick up to replace my Road Weary original copy. So that's cool. Then now I have the reissue 180 gram vinyl, and I like the contrast here. It's not as dark, a little bit brighter than that. I think this is a little bit more pleasant to look at. But here's the cool thing. They put a texturing on the cover. You can't see it unless on the video, but you hear my fingers rubbing across it, where just a smooth cover. Texture. And it feels more like a really good book, you know, with that texturing on there. That's really cool. So I like the lighter contrast. I think it gives a much richer look. Of course, it is new, as opposed to this. And the later reissue is a little lighter, Also, when I got my original copy, the booklet that came with it was not glued into the gatefold as this one is. It was inserted into the jacket. Okay, and also this has like a blue tint here. I don't know how well that turns up where mine was a white background. So, you know, lyric sheet, Bernie's lyrics, credits, who played on what, you know, and other artwork. Now, the Captain Fantastic is famous for coming up with, since it was a storyline of Elton and Bernie's rise to the top, so it came with a lyric sheet here, and these are from the reissue copies. A lyric sheet and the poster. I'm just going to pull it out this once. And this poster's a little bit bigger than the one that came with the original. Right there. It still has that new smell. And the disc itself is on the original label artwork for the vinyl. So they kept everything original, but I just feel like they paid attention to the artwork, the album cover artwork. So I really like this Madman, the lighter contrast, the texturing. Again, it feels like a book, backside. You open it up, and the original book is glued in there. And of course, you know, the young Elton. And they sound incredible. They sound incredible. Captain Fantastic, there were details in there. While I heard it before, it really more jumped out at me, okay? And this is just an incredible album, and it's thanks to I'm trying to find that information of the remastering information. They got it so buried down in here. Oh, okay. Here it is, remastered by Bob Ludwig, who's a famous remastering, done much work at Gateway Mastering, Portland, Maine. Vinyl pressing by Sheen McGree. Never heard of that person. Abbey Road Studios, London. This album here was kind of at Elton's at his height, at his peak. Okay. He did great. He continued to do incredible music after that. But the 70, 75 was a special period. And the only thing Elton had no talent at was lyrics. Fortunately, he was matched up with Bernie Taupin, who's an incredible lyricist. And together, they're like the right arm and the left arm. Okay, when their lyrics and music collide, boom! It's magic. So I'm in the process of getting all of Elton's that period, all his albums have been reissued. I want to get Honky Chateau and Tumbleweed Connection next. Don't Shoot Me, Caribou, the self-titled album. So I just wanted to point out those the how much better the album covers are as compared to the original, and that they did take some give it some attention, you know. Oh, we got the album beautifully remastered. Okay, just send the print out the album cover. No, let's look at the album cover too. Again, this is my original copy I brought back in the day. Compare this to how much, look at the sky, it's lighter. So it's like a painting that's been cleaned up. Okay, I'm going to end this video. Thank you for watching, and please leave comments, any observations. Thumbs up are nice, but I love comments. And please subscribe and give me some comments. You don't have to write a book, just a sentence or two, or maybe a paragraph. I got to go out and do some things around the house, so I'm going to end this video. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Y'all have a good day. Bye.